semi-hydroponic system where the wheat seedlings are growing. So it's already 21 days old. So I need to collect the samples, root and a few shoot samples for my proteomics and transcriptomics, which will help in the lab. So to collect the sample, I have to open these kind of sheets, and then I will collect the roots and a few shoots, and I will put it into the liquid nitrogen. So here in two drawer of liquid nitrogen. So after that I will take this sample into the -80, and I will keep this sample into the -80. So first of all I need to harvest, and immediately I have to keep this sample into the liquid nitrogen. Slides where the plants were growing. So now I am going to open it and then collect the root samples. So first of all you need to invert it, and then there are some to make it close. I have used these plastic sheets. Take it out. Closer you can see that these are the roots. So now I'm cutting the roots, but before that, make sure that you have cleaned the enchicata and the tweezer with ethanol, because it's a separate plant, and I have already labeled it, so you can see the labeling is inside it. So I'm now cutting. So you can see that the roots are already cut, and immediately just after cutting, as the tissues are already cut and all the metabolism has been stopped, so we need to stop the metabolism and we need to put it into the tubes. You can use the 5 ml Eppendorf tubes or this kind of tubes to keep your sample. Make sure that all the samples are inside. You can see the label clearly. The roots are cut already, so you have to put it into the liquid nitrogen. And then when you do the next one, again you have to wipe the enchicata and the sugar. Not wait very long, because then they lost the properties. That means I'm looking for the proteins and genes which are associated with this trait. So it's very important that you make sure that you have immediately get it into the liquid nitrogen to make the tissue intact. No further metabolism after cutting. So that's why it's very essential. You can keep the tissue if you want, but I don't want in this time. So I will just measure that how is the shoot length, as I have already measured the root length or rooting depth. So I'm just taking the shoot length. So it's 9.5. And then I will count the tiller number. So you can see that here is only 1 tiller and 2 tiller. So you can see that this is the main stem and this is the sub stem, which has been come from the from the bottom of the main stem. This is called tiller. If you just closely look at it, so this is different genotype, so their measurement should be different. They should have different properties. Like these are the pairs, but they are different in one QTL. That's why they are called near isogenic lines. That means their genotypic features are almost same except one QTL or one genomic region. So that's why they are a bit different. In case of root length and others, it's a bit different. Taking the root as I'm keeping it as a sample into the -80 freezer. So when I will do the specific technique like proteomics or transcriptomics, I will take out the sample from the -80 and then I will follow the procedure of doing the proteomics, means extraction of protein that is in the roots. So after extracting the protein and after analyzing, I can find that which protein is actually responsible for this root traits, as for example rooting depth, that how long the root will go inside, that is controlled by a specific or maybe more than one protein. So my target is to find out that proteins, and also that the proteins are generated by the genes through the central dog process. So I will also look for the genes that is through the transcription using the transcriptomic approach. So for that also the same thing, that I will take the samples, tissue or root samples from the freezer, and then I will follow the procedure of transcriptomics. And from the result, I may identify some potential genes that are controlling this kind of. My ultimate goal is to identify which genes and which proteins are controlling these good traits of this specifically this Bye.